I walk the streets with my swagger on, supernatural, facing a million opponents, and my role is to act alone. Lights, camera when the action's on. Where I roam is a battle zone, a vigilante in the catacombs. But I rock with a hot shot like a clock when it's cocked and popped and the lead is gone. People say that my head is gone, but it's them same people with need of my help when I'm heading home in life. They say that everybody got a purpose, so I roam the city streets like faulty cellular service. The hot shot, sharpshooter, superhero, destined to shine like light through the dark and evil. I fight for what's right in the hearts of people and try to open your eyes, cause it's hard to see truth. You ever feel like everybody's the same, but you different? That's when you know you're here to make a difference. Hot shot, you got a choice to make, stand up or stand down. Fight or flight, get up, bang out, the world's waiting, can't wait to see what you about. It's showtime, act now. Hot shot, you got a choice to make, stand up or stand down. Fight or flight, get up and bang out, the world's waiting, can't wait to see what you about. It's showtime, act now. Hot shot.
Here comes a new challenger!
What's up, everybody? How you doing? I am Mike Watson, the publisher of Freestyle Comics, the host of this show called Chat and Draw, and co-host on another little show called The Agents of the Nerdy. And we are here for episode 184. We've jumped to the future. I need you just to relax with me right here. This is actually a episode we were supposed to do, but we got pushed back because I was sick. So it got added on to the schedule because I already made the schedule. See, this is what happens when I try to be organized. I try to make episodes and plot them and stuff, and then I forget that there's episodes that need to be put in here. But we're neither here nor there. We're here. It's another episode featuring my man Charlie from the Kickstarter for Spider Squirrel. We're doing some traditional artwork again, and I want to let all you know you can come kick it at FSK Go for the Emerald Quest Kickstarter. We have 5 more days left on it. Any and all help that we can get on that to boost that Kickstarter as much as possible would be appreciated. And I know I've been talking about this is the only update I got. This is the only update that I got for you. This is it. Oh my goodness! Are those the trades? Oh, these are the trades. The trades are here. They're here. They're upstairs. They're all laid on the table with the single issues. Right after I get done with this episode, it's upstairs to the living room for the rest of Arcane Season 1 and packing. Yes, yes, yes. Danny Cooper's coming over. Yes, he is. So he's helping me. Not tonight, though. But look, we're neither here nor there. Let's crack it. It's here. That's the update. Let's get into this episode because I got some traditional art to draw, and you know how we bring out our guests.
Here comes a new challenger.
Chill. I think it's time for me to save the day.
What's up, gentlemen? Charlie with the ball, ready to go. He knows what it is.
Earl, I always bust in like that, man. Mike's getting used to it. Just flexing for no reason. Because I'm an idiot.
Oh, I love it, man. I love the Street Fighter vibe and everything going on. Oh, it's great.
Isn't that fun?
It
Oh,
is.
so much fun.
All right, so
let me
you gentlemen hear me?
Yeah, you sound a little distant.
All right, it's a new camera that we busted out for this. All right, well, so who do we have here today with us, Charlie?
Ladies and gentlemen, the esteemed, the awesome, the inimitable Earl Granville. What's up, dog?
What's up, Charlie? Hey, Mike, so good to meet you guys. Hey, thank you so much for having me. Complete honor, man. This is awesome.
This is fun. It's totally freestyle. Like Michael draw. We'll chat. He'll bring up something. He's a real good host. So he'll ask a stupid question. We'll answer stupidly. We'll talk about whatever you want, man. So this is, in a sense, this is kind of your show as much as it is anybody else's. So
Excellent.
I'm gonna flip some pics over to you, Mike.
You already did. First off,
you got all of them. Yeah, sweet, that works.
First off, I need to say thank you for your service, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
And you're a badass, man. I'm looking at these pictures. You're right. We need to be drawing you for this cover. Are you kidding me?
I told you.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, dude. No, this is not a quirky idea. This is what needs to be on the cover. This is awesome.
Oh, man.
Dude, cool as crap. Cool.
Oh, thanks, dude. Busy, man. I gotta be active. Gotta be active with meaning. That's what I like to think about it anyway, man. You know,
let's get it. Let's go. I'm excited. All right.
I love that studly picture of him in front of the American flag. Just got his arms folded, looking like a total badass, and a model all at the same time. Y'all can't see it, but I can see it.
Oh, dude, I dig the one. If I'm looking at this correctly, in front of the brick wall. With the kilt, with the military kilt.
Oh yeah.
The Utila kilt, yeah.
Yeah.
The model that I used to do back in the day, and there's meaning behind that cinder block, and we could talk about that later, definitely.
Right.
Yeah, you know what, Earl? I was actually thinking about you the other day, obviously in preparation for this, but because we finally reconnected after all this time. And I was digging through, and I showed Michael. I still have that drawing of you as Sergeant Grit. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Right. Oh,
so,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was before Cindy broke, right? I think it was right after, maybe, or right before. I forget.
Oh my goodness, geez, we're talking 5-6 years ago.
At least. So it's been crazy.
Back in the day, yeah.
By the way, we will occasionally look over at the comments over here on that side. Sorry. And yell at people randomly. So what's up, J-Man? J-Man shows up all the time. He's a big supporter.
Thank you so much, Alden. What up? He just ordered Emerald Quest. Hey, my man. J-Man.
Hey, Alden, did you order Spider Swirl also? Because, there is a special print you get.
Yeah, there is.
I might have to go look for him.
I think he did.
I think he did too.
Gotta plug in, guys. I realize my battery.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, brother.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got back from the gym. I feel you.
Yay, man. I know this says episode 184. Technically, it's 183. 183 is happening tomorrow. I had to tack this one on. This is a traditional episode. So we are that much closer to mighty episode 200.
And J-Man's been here for every single episode to date. That's crazy, dude.
Every single episode.
I haven't. I'm bad. I'm terrible. I've been on 5.
Well, you're a recurring guest, so it's all right.
There you go. I'll take it. Earl, what are you up to these days, man?
Back on the road, man. Back public speaking. Working for these charities still. Operation Enduring Warrior, the Oscar Mike Foundation. We're very busy with those. Now the world opened back up again. It's just nice to be back on the road. And I have absolutely no complaints about that. It's good to be busy.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, so it's just keeps me active, man, and living in my truck when I'm not here at home, pretty much. But it's all good stuff. It's always an adventure, man. I really enjoy what I do, and no complaints.
Hey, so is the Oscar Mike Ball going to happen this year again?
We just had it on Friday, actually.
No, I missed it. Oh wow!
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I didn't even make it myself. The other charity I run, we had a big event here where I live in Scranton, Pennsylvania. And unfortunately, I couldn't make it this year. So actually, I haven't been to a ball in about. Well, last year we couldn't have it because of COVID, obviously.
Right.
But I think it was 2018 was the last ball I was at. It's just things getting away, things getting busy. But next year, it's already announced, November 11th on Veterans Day. It's a Friday in Chicago. So keep that.
Very nice.
Keep that open, man. So much fun. Every year I've gone to one of those. It's been great.
Awesome.
So hey, Mike, while Mike's over here drawing, why don't you tell us about your charity that you're working on?
Sure. So, a little bit about my background. I lost my leg in Afghanistan, and back in 2008, a long time ago, but while I was serving in the Army. But that's neither here or there. But what I do now is I work for charities, and it's filled my life with purpose once again. One of those charities is Operation Enduring Warrior. We help wounded and disabled veterans continue to stay active, not let their disabilities define who they are. What I feel is most important, be a part of a team once again. We have an archery program. We take our honorees through Spartan races. We climb Mount Rainier every year. We do about a week. We ruck through the Grand Canyon and go camping out there. We have a program called Warrior's Voice, which helps some of our honorees tell their stories, which helps them out mentally. I truly believe it was what we're seeing anyway. And the other organization I work for is called the Oscar Mike Foundation. And Oscar Mike is radio jungle for On the Move. The programs we have in Oscar Mike, we have Team Oscar Mike, which is very similar to the first organization I talked about, OEW. We take them out through Spartan races, maybe 5Ks, even full marathons, whatever our adaptive athletes would like to do. We have what's called Oscar Mike Militia, OM Militia, and that's a wheelchair rugby team of our organization. And majority of these athletes, there are spinal injuries from their military service. And I got to tell you, I am not qualified to play because I'm not injured enough. But I got to tell you, these athletes, yeah, exactly. But these athletes, some of them, I know it sounds odd, but
it does sound odd.
I would basically have an advantage if, like, you need 3 injured limbs to be in a league for wheelchair rugby. But I gotta tell you what, man, I just in little pickup events and pickup games, I got in a wheelchair and these guys beat the crap out of me. It's like, yeah, you guys are rock stars out there, man. It was what was that documentary, Murder Ball? I think of that. If you've seen Murder Ball, you get the idea what this is about, and they're just rock stars out there. And thinking I have an advantage. Yeah, all right.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm a huge rugby fan, dude. I watch NRL. I watch Six Nations all the time. I love Six Nations Sevens because it's so damn fast, and it's the only time the U.S. can actually win a freaking game. So, because we're fast, right? We have speedy guys, but yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, good stuff, man. I mean, both organizations have been growing. I've been both of these organizations for about 7 8 years. They're similar in their own way, but they're run differently. What I like about it is that I wear both hats. I try to pull them in here and there. One organization, we have skydiving program in OEW. So if people want to go skydiving, get their license, I pull the guys from Oscar Mike and say, come meet my friends in OEW to get your skydiving license, and vice versa. Your spinal injury, you want to try wheelchair rugby? Well, let me send you over to the Oscar Mike crew. And what I see it's doing is just building those relationships. I've noticed mentally for a lot of these men and women, when they take that uniform off, whether they decide make the choice or they get injured and they have to, the biggest thing that they're missing, we talk about post-traumatic stress in the military a lot, but one of the things I'm noticing, it's that aspect of being a part of something once again, and seeing these men and women out there being part of a team, something positive. It's fulfilling them once again, just like when they wore that uniform. Does that make sense? Like you're seeing a lot of people like it just refilling those voids of what they lost. And I think in human nature, we all face that at one point. We look at athletes, and when they struggle with maybe their professional athletes, when their careers come to an end, it's like, what do I do now? And it's try to refill those voids. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I can comment a little bit as a non-veteran participant in some of the OEW campaigns. I've run alongside OEW with in Spartan races. And so, I've seen firsthand the benefit, right? Yeah, I've seen guys, I'm good friends with John Sayles still. So John just retired, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, thanks, brother. So I appreciate his service. It was 22, almost 20. Yeah, I think it was 21 years and 9 months or whatever was required. But yeah. So, but anyway,
him and I went through Indoc to get our gas mask.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that was like Indoc. That's like Indoc 2. It was like forever ago, man.
Oh my god, yeah, just going through the suck together in Fort Bragg, man.
You guys are awesome. I love you both, man. And for those of you who are comic book fans watching this, because you know me or you know Mike or both of us or Spider Squirrel, actually Earl and I have a really, really tight connection in an individual that is in my comic book. And he's now a plushie. Oh, have you talked to Jeremy lately?
Jeremy, about 2 weeks ago, the last time I chatted with him, I saw him back in. When did I see him again? I saw him in August, and he was supposed to run a Spartan race with us in Philadelphia last month, but the timing didn't work out. But JB's JB, old Louisville JB, man, I love that guy.
Me too.
I'm gonna be in Washington tomorrow night, and every time I'm down there, I try to get a hold of him. But some of my trips lately have been like just in and out, unfortunately. So I don't even have time to really catch up with him when I do. But such a great guy, like bend over backwards for anybody.
I love that dude, and yeah, he's outstanding. So. If anybody out there actually got a Trash Panda patch from me, it's probably because you're either a first responder, healthcare worker, former military, current military, or you're a major supporter or something like that. So those Trash Panda, I give those away. You've seen his little Trash Panda rucksack patches? Uh-huh. Yeah, so I give those away at conventions and at personal appearances, and I only give them to those individuals because it's just my way of saying thank you for the service that I didn't awesome, do. Man. So. Yeah, nice. Man. So I love Jeremy, and he won't let me pay for those damn things. So eventually, I got to slide in some cash or something.
Yeah, man. Have you been in any Spartan races lately or anything like that?
So funny story. I was actually supposed to do the Virginia Sprint with some friends a couple weeks ago, but I got sick, and then which is funny because I haven't been sick like. The last time I felt this bad was just after my vaccination. But prior to that, I can't remember the last time I had been sick, and I got hammered. So I missed a work trip. I missed a Spartan race. So I haven't been on a Spartan race in 2.5 years.
Okay.
Which sucks, because I used to go... Well, dude, I did 100 events in like 2 years. It was almost a weekly occurrence, right? So... It was nuts.
Yeah, I got City Field race on Saturday. We're gonna do that one, and then
that's a classic.
Yeah, I love the stadiums. My prosthetic leg, it doesn't break because there's no mud.
Yeah.
And then after that one, I have my last one of the year is in Central Florida. We got the Beast out there, and then I'm calling it a year.
Yeah, I guess my year's over at this point. I think I want to do Nats Park next year. I loved that one. I went to the first one at Nats Park.
JB, actually, that was the last time I saw JB, was at Nats Park this year. And it fell on 9/11 this year, so we did it in turnout gear. Man, I got to tell you, being the Nationals Park, Washington, D.C., 20-year anniversary of 9/11, I pitched off for Mike, let's do it in turnout gear. We had 5 of us. And, man, I feel like I'm in pretty good shape, watch my diet in the gym all the time. But I got to tell you, man, wearing that turnout gear and just putting it on and running in it up all those stairs, Carly, that was a whole different animal. And I just got to say, with that being said, mad respect to our firefighters, man. Because it was a humbling experience. Like it's just, and the nature of, what happened 20 years ago on that day, it just felt like the right thing to do. And Jeremy wore turnout gear too, man. And,
that's awesome.
It was a smoker, I got to tell you.
Just go nice and slow, right? Oh, gosh.
That's all it was, man.
What else can you do?
I'm trying to look cool, and I'm just like, all right, guys, I need to walk a little bit.
Well, you know the trick, though. I mean, we all do it. Is you know where the cameras are, so we always wait for the whatever the camera is. So you can look stupid as hell until the camera shows up, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm a badass."
Game face.
That's right. Yeah, Jay, man. Mike is sketching old school, so he's actually drawing on a sketch cover for Spider Squirrel #1 for Earl down here.
Yeah, I am. And these ones are always trickier.
Man.
You got a little bit more of a lag than usual on your end, Mike, on the video.
No,
Tyler, where are you at? Down in like the Fredericksburg area?
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I know you
Right
live
in
near
Fredericksburg.
JB. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he is, I don't know, maybe 3 miles from me.
Oh, wow. I didn't
it's
know
like-
that.
Yeah, he's like 1.5 miles as the crow flies, but yeah, it doesn't take me 10 minutes to get to his house, door to door.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So I actually didn't either. I was dropping off his books, and then I was picking up some patches. And usually we meet up somewhere because we're both so damn busy. But it just happened to be he was home, I was home. I was like, all right, I'll just swing by your crib. And so I swung by his house, and I was like, I had no idea you were this freaking close to me, dude. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah, right
You
there.
said you're going to be in Washington. I assume you meant D.C.
Yeah. I get my prosthetic work done down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Walter Reed.
Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'll be spending
Man.
the night there just to wake up first thing in the... I get there at 10 at night, sleep, wake up at 6 just to get at work, and then go right home, like quick trips, man. I don't even have time to enjoy it, but, do what you got to do,
I
man.
mean, there's not much around Walter Reed to enjoy anyway, so...
Yeah.
I
don't mind it. Bethesda's a pretty cool city,
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I guess that's true. I haven't been to Bethesda and stopped and stayed on purpose in years, so...
Yeah, downtown's nice down there. Even I just put my headphones in and put my ruck on and just walk around and just check out the area. It's pretty cool.
Mike's dropping links to the Operation Enduring Warrior and Oscar Mike
nice.
in the chat there, so those are going public for everybody.
Ooh,
Ladies and gentlemen, if you weren't listening to us talk earlier, we could talk more about this because these are two very special charities, very dear to my heart because I have some terrific friends, Earl being one of them, who support these foundations in various ways, but these foundations support our veterans. So check them out. Give them a little support if you can in one way, shape, or form, financial, time, whatever it takes, whatever they need. We really appreciate that.
Absolutely. J-Man, Alden, thanks. Hey, good to meet you all. And yeah, thanks for joining us tonight.
So is this the first time you've done something like this, man?
Yes, absolutely. And I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I make a living as a public speaker, and a lot of what I've been doing lately has been through Zoom. So but something like this is completely new to me.
It's really, really fun because we'll chat about stuff and we'll talk movies here in a second. If you guys are cool with that, yeah. We'll talk about like nerd shit. We'll talk about comic books, not comic books. We'll talk about whatever. So, but I really wanted to kind of set you up to talk about some of those things. I thought that was really important to kind of get that out there, and I really want the word to get out to everybody. So,
Yeah.
Fried chicken dinner. J-Man, that's what I had last night. Oh, so funny story. Yesterday I was coming home. I forgot what I was doing. It doesn't matter, but I was coming home and I asked my wife, I said, hey, we got some chicken in the fridge. She said, well, there's some in the freezer. I said, yeah, I guess I'll just, chop it frozen and then I'll throw it in the air fryer and season it up and do whatever, right? So I'm talking on the way home and I was like, dang, some fried chicken sounds really good. And she goes, stop at Weiss and get some fried chicken. I was like, I got chicken at home. I got home, I worked out, then I was like, I grabbed my keys. My wife said, where are you going? I said, I'm getting some fried chicken. So
After working out?
oh, yeah. That is like the best time to chow down on some chicken, man. But
Time for fried chicken, man. Let's be real.
yeah. So my kids are looking at me because I got 3 teenagers. My kids are looking at me, and they're like, "You gonna save some?" I was like, "No, there's only 2 breasts, 2 wings, 2 thighs, and 2 drumsticks. There's not enough for everybody."
Damn, Charlie.
Oh, I am like a kid at a Sunday picnic after church, man. I eat fried chicken all day long. My kids.
Something I learned being on the road, man. Gas station fried chicken. I don't know what it is, but I love it. I love it.
Good.
I don't get it, man. Like the best fried chicken comes from a gas station. And I know that sounds tacky, but I don't care, man. I love it.
I'm with you. Valero. Oh my god, I get that in their stupid little potato wedges. Oh, at the Fast Mart or Valero or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Wawa. I don't think they have fried chicken. They get fried chicken tenders, but Wawa.
It's not like, the breast of the wing. Like, yeah, you need that. When I was in when I traveled down south in like Arkansas, Alabama, all those southern states, man, every damn gas station has it. And it's so good. I just don't get it, man.
I know. It's stupid how good that stuff is.
Yeah, the gas station always has at least like one cooked item that is abnormally good. Everything else there is trash, but that one random cooked item, like I have to go to the gas station and get it because they only cook it right there.
And if you know, right? That's how it goes. Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. I walk into my 7-Eleven, they know exactly what I want. I don't even have to say nothing. I just walk over to the counter, I grab, or the freezer, or the fridge, I grab a Monster, and then they already got, one of those fried taquitos. Like, there's a Monterey Jack chicken one. It's a Monterey Jack chicken one. Oh, gosh, it's so terrible, but I eat it.
Thinking that they had this, they had a fried chicken taquito, and I never had one from the gas station before. That's where I love to get them now. I don't like. The grocery stores do not taste as good as the gas station. No. I have to get it at Speedway on the corner around the corner from my house all the time.
So Mike is just south of you. Well, a lot south of you. He's down in Columbus, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
down in South Carolina.
No, Ohio.
Oh, Columbus, Ohio. Okay.
Yep. So
you're out west then. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a lot closer to you then.
I went to the I did the Arnold there.
Oh, did you?
Back in 2018, 2019. I think I did it then.
Hey, that year, was there a girl about 13 who did a pole dance routine?
I'm not sure.
Okay, it might have been the year after that. It was before COVID. She actually, she trained at my studio with one of the guys that trained there. So
okay,
she's a beast, dude. If you ever want to see a badass, she was 11 years old. You can Google it on YouTube. But whatever. You can search it on YouTube. It's a 11-year-old pole broken leg. She broke her leg at a gymnastics competition 2 weeks prior to this competition. She performed it in a straight cast. She did her whole routine, slightly modified. She had 2 weeks to get it done. Took second place.
Wow.
I know.
Wow, man.
So she's amazing. So anyway, you can check that out. She's
my girlfriend. She's a pole fitness instructor and a pole dancer, and I'll have to show her that. She probably knows about it. I mean, she's a rock star with that stuff. But yeah, I was there with performing with the team called Team Some Assembly Required. All CrossFit amputees, all CrossFitters that are amputees, and we performed in the the team CrossFit events, and it was just for fun, man. But oh man, that was my first time ever there at the Arnold. Man, I had a blast. Just all the different fitness aspects from bowling and foosball, every single thing. If it makes you sweat just a little bit, it's at the Arnold. It's unbelievable. I did not expect it to be like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't ever been, and I'd love to go just to watch.
Oh, well, Charlie, if you do go, you can stay at my house. You ain't got to worry about a hotel.
Oh, sweet. So there you go. I like free. All right, so Shang-Chi. You guys both see it? I know Mike did.
Oh, yeah. I watched it twice since it's been on Disney Plus already.
What about you?
The 10 Rings.
Yeah.
I saw it in theaters.
Oh, you
Man,
lucky.
It's so good. So good.
It was, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh. So it's funny because I think a lot of people expected something else. I was talking to one guy and he was like, "Oh, I just kind of expected more of a Bruce Lee movie." I was like, "Yeah, they're kind of way past that Bruce exploitation, stuff when he was first created." But dude, I loved it, and I loved. I hate to say it, Trevor Slattery. Hello, I'm Trevor. He totally redeemed Iron Man 3 with those scenes, man.
Dean Wong, his character, I think. Oh my God, am I saying it right? Wong, right? It's
Wong, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that when he first came out in Doctor Strange, and it seems like the more he moves forward, he has more of a comedic role, and I just think the way how that ended right before the credits. You know the scene I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. I died in the theaters, man. I just laughed and laughed. My girlfriend was like, wasn't that funny? I'm like, yeah, it was. To me, it was. I thought it was hilarious.
That's awesome. Yes, I love him, dude. He's that perfect character to kind of thread things together, especially now that we're moving more from the cosmic to the mystic multiverse stuff, Right. So he's a great he's that thread, right?
I feel like he's his own entity outside of Doctor Strange.
Right.
Like he's getting his own. It's I feel like same thing with when Rocket in Infinity Wars. Like, he survived. So Endgame, he kind of became his own entity, working with the Avengers. That's what I feel like Wong is doing, and I think that's awesome. It gives them more of their own side parts. It's not more of a sidekick to Doctor Strange or Star-Lord.
Exactly.
That makes sense. That's a very good point.
That's a good segue too, because I'm real excited about Guardians 3.
I
Man, gotta Star-Lord. He's my all-time favorite out of the MCU.
Please tell me in Endgame, Star-Lord messed up, but you understood where he was coming from.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd get in a fist fight on Facebook for Star-Lord.
Yeah,
I'm like, you cannot tell me if you went through what Star-Lord went through, you would not have made the same damn choice. He's human. He's emotional. He's basically a giant 14-year-old child. You can't tell me.
I see Star-Lord, he's a leader that doesn't take himself that seriously. And I think that's relatable to a lot of people. And that's why I like the guy so much. He's a 14-year-old goofball. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about him a lot.
Dude, his interaction with Iron Man was hilarious. Your plan is good, but it's not. That's why I should plan it. You should I love seeing all of them together. All those interactions
Yeah.
are great.
J-Man. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Jay, I did serve in the military. 9 years as an infantryman in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. And, my final tour, I was in Afghanistan. I ended up getting nailed the roadside bomb, and I lost my leg. But, I mean, Jesus, not really slowing me down. Life is good.
It literally is not
man.
slowing down.
You saw these pictures that I'm drawn from. This guy's not slowing down one bit, buddy. He's good. He's good, and I love it. I love it.
It's been 13 and a half years. I don't remember what it's like having two legs. I have no complaints. I got lucky, not to bring it on a somber note, two of my buddies got killed that day, Specialist Derek Holland and Major Scott Haggerty. So a lot of events that I do in honor of them. It's, just me being grateful that, hey, I'm still here. You know what I mean? And now it's like, what am I going to do with the rest of this life? I got this second chance. So what do I do with it now? And some other crazy stuff happened in my life after that. Maybe we'll get into that later. But all I know now, it's like somebody told me something. And maybe anybody could relate to this. What is your legacy going to be? If we kick the bucket right now, how are people going to remember you? Right? And that just stuck with me for the longest time, because there was a time where I was kind of falling apart, playing the victim and feeling sorry for myself. But it just, somebody said that to me. It didn't happen overnight, But I feel like we all can relate to that. What is your legacy going to be, and how are people are going to remember you by? And for me, it's just like, these charities, I feel fulfilled in my life working for them and helping men and women in situations that might be like mine, maybe losing a limb, losing an arm, or maybe their eyesight, whatever it may be. The struggles they face from their time in service, it doesn't have to define who you are. Okay, let's write down what you want your physical goals to be. And these organizations, I feel that I work for, it helps them reach those goals. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yes, it does.
I could go all day about this. Is what I speak about. Thank you so much,
man.
Jay. I appreciate it very much. Retired Navy. Oh, wow. Well, thank
That's
you
how
so
I got
much.
to Norfolk.
Thanks for sharing, Jay. What's that?
I said that's how I got to Norfolk. My grandfather retired in the Navy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's
And
where
that
I'm
whole
born and
area
grew up.
down there. I mean, that's where sales is at. That whole area down there.
Yeah.
Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Newport News. Man, I love it down there.
Oh man, me too. My in-laws are still there. My dad's still there. My wife and I met down there, so we met. So I got in trouble in Norfolk because that's all you do in Norfolk is get in trouble. Because either you're Navy and you're getting in trouble, or you're civilian and you get in trouble. But there's nothing else to do but get in trouble. So I got in trouble. Got in trouble and had to go live with my pops in Virginia Beach. My parents were divorced, so yeah, that's how I ended up meeting Suzanne. So.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Oh, thanks, Jay, man. I remember when my
appreciate you,
grandfather
man.
passed. I got his letter from President Clinton. So I actually was there with my grandmother and received that, and that was an honor. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
That's super cool, man.
Look, I'll give you a little background behind that cinder block, Mike, and a lot of those photos I sent, and Charlie.
Yeah.
So, what you're seeing,
Yep.
what that represents, that I call her Cindy the cinder block. And what Cindy represents is a heavy mental adversity that each one of us as human beings face. Guilt, stress, depression, anxiety. We look at the situations with COVID where we had to isolate and how taxing that was on all of us. The weight of that mental adversity and what we struggled with. We couldn't build those relationships. We couldn't, the physical contact, not seeing people. The idea of Cindy is in the Oscar Mike Foundation, we'll take her out with us running a race. And after a little while, I'll start off with her. Cindy gets pretty damn heavy. So luckily I have teammates around me who say, hey man, you want to help me carry this? They'll take all of Cindy, or maybe they'll take the brick of Cindy and I'll carry the chain and we'll carry it together. The idea is nobody's carrying Cindy alone. Because that's the same up in here. The struggles that we face mentally as human beings, because we're all going to face it, no matter who we are. We're all going to have those really bad days. The idea, though, is you don't have to carry it by themselves. We see it in the military where a lot of people, they try to hold in those bad feelings like I'm a tough guy, I can handle this. But, I mean, as humans, man, sometimes that can overpower us. And that's where depression may come in, or, that ultimate decision someone may make. I hate to dare say it, but suicide. So what we want to do, what I like to do, is just focus on where Cindy represents is that understanding nobody has to carry it by herself. Sometimes being vulnerable can save your life. So that's what Cindy represents.
That's what's up. Love it.
It's funny. I knew some of that, but I don't think I've ever actually heard you tell it. Like I've gotten it. Like I asked the question. I think John actually sales. I think I was like, hey, so what's the cinder block? And he kind of gave me a little bit of it, but it's definitely not the same. So,
well, where that came into play is, heavy stuff I'll talk about. But after I lost my leg, 2.5 years later, while on active duty, my twin brother Joe took his own life. Heavy stuff.
shit.
I went downhill after that. That's where I just started to self-destruct. But one of the things that helped me was everything I'm discussing right now, is filling those voids in, building those relationships in this really tight community, the OCR community, and understanding that because I started to go downhill after that, right? That's where my depression started to set in. How could I get the second chance at life and Joe take his away? But it was those relationships I built. It's funny. I always talk about these organizations, but a lot of these organizations I met was through the Spartan race community, the OCR community. And it brought a lot of joy into my life. And ironically, Cindy got involved with that, running a warrior dash. We found there was a half a cinder block sitting on the ground. We had chains with us for whatever reason. I took the
because we always had chains back then, man.
Someone's wearing chains or something like that. Like nobody does that.
I don't know why.
Like, I just feel like, oh, we're getting old. Don't bring the chains, you know.
But go ahead. Sorry.
I took the chains, put it around the cinder block, and she was born. And one of the things is, somebody said to me, like, I brought it to a few races, and I just brought it. No reason whatsoever. This is our team weight. You guys have done Charlie, I don't know if you're familiar with Go Rucks as well, but like team weight, everybody carries it. So I brought Cindy along as a team weight. Somebody said, what's the meaning behind it? I didn't have it, a meaning. So in the nature of my brother and everything, I thought, you know what? This is the meaning of Cindy. So I created that, and there she is now. I got to tell you, I can't believe how much she's blown up a little bit. Like, Oscar Mike started to make shirts of her. That was
I was going to say, I need to buy that shirt, but I was telling Jeremy, I was like, hey JB, I need to get on Oscar Mike and order some swag, man. And then I saw the Cindy shirt, and I was like, yo, I know my choice. So
that's awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's just nuts, man. Actually, get with me, man. I could probably get you one. Get with me after this and see what I can do.
I'll support Oscar Mike anyway. So either way, it's cool, man. But
okay.
I appreciate
thank you so much.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. People started making keychains of her, like through a 3D printer. Someone who follows me on social media, I love the meaning behind it. So it made me, and he sent me a photo of one on her Facebook. She's like, I hope you don't mind if I made this, and I was like, I will give you lots of money if you make me a lot of those. So when I speak to like kids and Boy Scouts and stuff like that, I'll hand them out and then run low, and I just Venmo her a bunch of money and she mails them to me, So it's pretty cool.
See, now I might talk you out of one of those. See, that's that I'll do. Yeah.
Charlie, let's get after this, and I'll definitely mail you one. And Mike, if you want one too, I'll definitely mail you one.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
So hey. No, I was going to say, so OEW reminded me, I had an interesting coincidence. I was at Baltimore Comic-Con a couple weeks ago. And so like OEW and Oscar Mike, in the sense that they support veterans and veteran charity, and they really try to, there's this thing in comics called the Hero Initiative. And the Hero Initiative is, comics is all freelancers, right? So these guys don't get pensions, they don't get retirement funds unless they set up their own thing. And so the Hero Initiative is really to try to help veteran comic book creators who are down on the luck or very sick or whatever, cover some of the bills and stuff. So very similar, right? So I'm working this con, and I'm with Vito Del Santi, who's my brother in arms, and I'm actually at his booth, and I'm selling his shit and mine, and we're having fun, and every day the Hero Initiative, because we were guests, the Hero Initiative comes by and they collect a bucket of money. So we were trying to generate funds, and we were talking about the Hero Initiative and playing Plinko games and trying to give away free stuff so people kept putting money in the bucket. Well, all weekend long, this woman kept coming by with her dog, and you might see where I'm going with this. And she kept coming by with her dog, and they were collecting funds. We laugh, and her name was Sherry or something like that. But she looked familiar, but I was like, whatever. Well, the third day, so Sunday, she comes by in the afternoon and she's collecting the last bucket. And she saw my shirt, and I don't have it here, but I have an Ethan Swanson shirt. He's a ninja that I competed with and trained with and stuff. And she goes, is that an Ethan Swanson shirt? I was like, yeah. She goes, were you a Ninja Warrior? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, I got friends on that show. And Ethan's my friend. And more, do you know Moose? I was like, oh my God, Moose and I were together. And we started talking about people we knew. And then I can't remember how it came up, but then we got to talking about OCR. And she goes, do you know Roxy? And I was like, the dog. Yeah, of course I remember Roxy, the Spartan pup. And she goes, that's my dog. I'm Desiree. And I was like, oh my God. So I had never actually met Desiree before, but I had seen her hundreds of times. It had to have been passing each other in crowds and events and whatever. So, and of course, Roxy is now in puppy heaven. But so she had her new dog with her, and It was just crazy. And I was like, oh my gosh, my world's just collided. So
Wow.
she works for the Hero Initiative too.
Small world, man.
Dude, I know, right? So it's crazy. Oh. So you were gonna say something before I interrupted.
I can't even remember what I was.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're good, man.
Oh.
So how's the Spider Squirrel coming along now?
Good, dude. I just I just wrapped the Kickstarter on issue 2. What was that, Mike? That was it was Monday. Yeah, Monday at 20. Yeah, Monday at almost exactly 48 hours ago. So at 21:30, wrapped it up, closed it successfully at 118%. Not as big and robust as this first one. Thank you, by the way, for helping with that.
Sure.
But it went really well. It's a number 2, so I kind of expected a little bit of a drop off. It's just going to be that way. But yeah, man, it's out there and it's getting some attention. People, it was funny. I was at Baltimore and I thought I overpacked, and turns out I underpacked. I sold out of like 3 covers. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was really, really excited about that. And I had a bunch of editors come over and talk to me and stuff. So who knows? We'll see. But I'm with FSK, so that's so Mike's over here. Shoot, Mike, that Mike. Yeah, I always do that, man. I got to remember this thing's mirrored. Mike is the publisher of Freestyle Comics, and FSK is a small collaborative independent publishing group. So Spider Squirrel number 2 is actually going to have a little bit more a different dressing on the cover. So when you see this one, when you get your cover, you'll see the logo. Of course, Mike's drawing underneath of it, but to the left of the logo, you're going to see my Zion Studios logo. That's because I did this all by myself. Totally self-published. So in the second issue, we're going to publish that one is the first one that's going to have the FSK logo on it. And then issue 3 is already done. I'm doing some extra pages, so I say it's done, but there's 6 bonus pages that we're going to put into the story, written by my brother Vito, and we're going to throw that in as an epilogue, and we should be ready to go in January for issue 3's Kickstarter.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, I'll be looking for it, man.
Yeah, dude, it's going well, so it's fun. Mike, I can only. It's a little blurry, but man, I'm telling you what, Earl, you're jacked.
Just the coloring stage. You'll be able to see more once I start inking and rendering it out with the inks.
Yep.
But yeah, he's ripped. I mean, if we gotta put him on here,
I'm excited.
we gonna put him on here.
Y'all don't know. Earl would flex, but his shirt would fall off. Oh, look, the sleeves fell off. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
there are pictures that would not argue against this.
that's right. Oh, so funny.
So, you gentlemen get to see that Spider-Man 3 trailer?
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Did you see it yet, Earl?
Yeah, and that just came out today, right?
Yeah.
When it came out today, I saw that one.
Last night, yesterday.
Okay, came out yesterday. Oh, I saw it today. I'm still blown away with seeing what's his name in it? Dr. Octo.
Oh, Alfred Molina. Yeah, Dr. Octopus. Right?
And I hate this. I thought I saw an article stating how it looked like the other Spider-Man got kind of nixed out of it. Like it looks like it's just going to be the villains, or
I don't know that was ever true.
In some of the scenes, it looked like the Spider-Men that are in it are photoshopped out because Feige doesn't want to ruin your movie experience.
Yes.
He wants
okay.
He wants you to be blown away by like whatever you see. He does a lot of filtering and photoshopping on trailers to hide stuff so people can't figure out what's happening in the movie.
Gotcha. Now, did you guys see? Did you see the new Venom movie?
Yeah,
I haven't.
I've seen it.
It looks like Sony.
I don't care. You can spoil it.
All right. Well, at the end, it looked like the Sony Marvel movies. They're doing what the MCU movies are doing. And after the credits, there's always a scene another scene, and it showed Venom with oh my God, what's his name? Jeez.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, he was. They were watching TV, and Tom Holland came on. Peter Parker was on TV. Tom Holland, and Venom got all angry because you know how the comics go. Like,
Yep.
Venom and Spider-Man were villains. I feel like they were rivals, and then Carnage came along and they combined forces. And but I don't know. Seeing is this gonna have Tom Hardy and Venom transition into the MCU? Because I mean, seeing Tom Holland on the screen right there, my mind was blown. I was like, "What is this?" You know what I mean? Like, it's just I'm very curious to see where this comes out. I'm also hearing what?
It's
What's
official.
that?
Venom is in the MCU. It's official. He's there.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of what are they going to do with him? Is he going to be in Spider-Man 3?
Right.
Everybody thinks everyone's betting on Andrew and Toby popping up in the movie, but I'm thinking maybe it's Venom that helps Todd Holland. I think that's what they edited out. That Venom is on his side because Venom's a good guy. He doesn't have a reason to be a bad guy in the movies.
Right.
He doesn't have a reason to hate Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he didn't go through the whole origin thing like in the comics where Spider-Man wore the suit, then he got rid of the suit and rang the bell to get rid of it and the whole shebang. And
so why would Venom attack Spider-Man? He has no beef with him.
It seems so he seemed angry though in those post credits scene, like when he saw Tom Holland Spider-Man on TV. It's like he was angry. So I'm just curious, so where is this going from now? Because Venom's whole story started in the first Venom movie. Where would he line up somewhere where Venom would run into Tom Holland's Spider-Man? So I'm very curious. I just can't wait for this third Spider-Man to come out to see exactly what's going to happen.
I felt he was more excited that he saw Holland because he licked the screen.
I'll have to see it.
I feel like he was excited to see him like that. That's what he freaking did. So I'm thinking he's looking at him like, yummy. That looks like a good specimen or something like that.
You know what? Maybe I'll have to see it again. Maybe I'm wrong in my perspective of it. But anyway, regardless, I just can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah, right. And that's what I was going to say is I wonder if it isn't because they are in two types of separate universes. You get the Sony verse and you get the MCU, and now we're talking about bringing Venom in. Maybe there's something to that whole thing. I think, and I know some people are kind of crapping on was it Thomas Christopher said it's a B-. He's not crapping on it, but I mean I've seen people totally bashing it. I'm going,
what's a B-? Venom?
Yeah, no, the trailer. One. Here's my thing. It's a teaser. Every trailer is a teaser. So no matter what you do, you're only getting a snippet. We don't know what's going to happen. How many times you watch the trailer, you think you get the movie, and then you go and watch the movie, and you go, "Oh shit, I was wrong."
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Especially with the Marvel.
Yeah.
Two, there's so much going on. I think there was just enough to make us do what we're doing. Talk about it, right?
Yeah.
And it's like Alfred Molina's back, and he looks amazing for his age. And then they get the de-aging tech, which is even more amazing. You got Jamie Foxx in this really cool Electro getup, which I love way more than the blue shit from that movie, right?
Yeah.
Who else? The Lizard looks about the same, a little more amped up, a little better. I didn't see the Vulture.
I didn't see the Vulture either. It looks like James Franco's Goblin version is in there too.
That's what I wondered if it was Franco, because the suit's a little different. It's not exactly the same, but it's very similar.
Yeah, very similar.
Do you think it's Franco and not Defoe?
Well, no, I think Defoe's in there. I think Defoe is in there. But some people are saying that it's Ned from another another multiverse. If
Okay.
Ned went bad and became the top guy.
Oh, okay.
See, I mean, there's all these crazy theories, man.
Well, I mean, look at before
Oh yeah, and Sandman.
You're right, Thomas. Sandman was in there as well. I did,
Yeah.
So remember before Endgame came out, all the stipulations were thrown in there, like what is this going, where's it going, all these ideas and what we think was going to happen, and I feel like half of us or most of us were just completely wrong, So we'll see what happens now, with I don't know. I'm just excited to see it because seeing Doctor Strange and Tom Holland Spider-Man work together, and you see Happy's in there, and so I'm pretty psyched to see this.
Now, you mentioned Strange. If I had one complaint about the treatment that we saw, I don't have a context, so I don't know what was going on. But the whole let's Scooby-Doo this thing, and I'm like, Strange? Like, I don't know. It just seemed a little less straight man, a little too corny. But there's got to be a context. Yeah, so there's got to be a context I'm missing that led up to that. And he probably had to go, Scooby-Doo? What are you talking about? And then it gets explained, and then later he actually uses it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But either way, like you, I'm excited.
That actually makes sense too, Charlie. That they say something like that, and he's like, Scooby-Doo? What? Yeah, that makes sense. But like you said, it's context. We won't know until we see it. But I'm definitely hyped for it. I don't know. It's gonna end big because it continues into Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness.
Yep. And Phase 5.
Phase 5, yeah.
Yeah. So that kicks off Phase 5, doesn't it?
I believe so. I mean, we've gotten a lot of content this year from Marvel. We've gotten a lot of content.
I still haven't seen Eternals, but I really want to because I'm a big. I actually have.
I haven't seen that yet either.
I have the omnibus over here on my shelf, but I've read it. I actually have. I should probably pull it out and show you guys. I think I got a Stan autograph one. Maybe. Let's see. I'll pull my stash of graded books over here. Let's see. My son got for Christmas last year. I'll show you guys this one. Appreciate this, but I want to show you my Eternals first. Oh, it's not. This one isn't Stan signed, but I got a nice Eternals #1, 9.8. Great.
Wow.
Yeah. But my treasure, my personal treasure, I bought this years ago for myself because I've always loved Moon Knight. It's only a 9, but it is signed by Stan and let's see. It's signed by Stan. So first appearance of Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night #32.
You said only a 9? That's still pretty freaking good, man.
Well, I know, right? So I'm not complaining. But my son, last year, I got my son and my daughter. My daughter's a big Spider-Gwen fan. So I got her. Check this joint out, y'all. Now that we're all nerding out. 9.8. Signed by Robbie Rodriguez and Stan Lee.
Oh, wow.
So 9.8. And then, where is my boy's other thing? There it is. This one, signed by Sarah Pichelli, Mark Bagley, Andy Lanning, also a 9.8. That'd be Miles' first appearance.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Now I got people knocking on my front door. So, now those books, man, those are special. Those are my kids, though, so I got those for them. The Spider-Gwen and Miles' first appearances.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm an okay dad. I don't spoil them a lot, but when I do buy them stuff like that they can use or do something with, they can sell, I don't care. It's up to them at that point. I thought I had another Stan book signed. Ah, yes. 9.2, first appearance of the Inhumans.
That's a good one. That's a nice little set y'all got up there, man.
Yeah, man, it's not bad. But my recent graded book that I'm so excited about is that one. And it's a certified autograph by some jackass named Charlie McElvy. So there's that signature right there.
Well, all of them can't be winners, man.
Let's see. Does anyone know if X-Men '97 takes place after graduation day? Thomas, I don't know. I've only seen a couple of things from a couple of folks. It's been really kind of tight-lipped. I don't know anything about it. Mike,
Yeah, all they said is it takes place after the original series left off. That they were continuing from there.
So that's all I know.
But I'm fine with it. I'm also, you saw, they announced a Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
It's the freshman year of Peter Parker. So when he first got bit, they're going to tell that story through an animated
People lost
series.
their minds, dude.
Huh?
Did you hear? People were losing their minds. They're like, oh, it's Tom Holland's officially not going to be Spider-Man anymore. It's like, no, he's not going to be the voice of this character in a cartoon. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I heard in the What If series, a lot of people were upset because I think Drax wasn't I forget the actor wasn't voicing him. I think Black Widow wasn't originally the actress's voice, and it's just like, well, I think sometimes people I get it a little bit, but at the same token, like, the story's still there. Let's not get our head wrapped around it too much.
Yeah, sometimes those people get busy. They get other gigs. They're not able to fly out for a voiceover.
Yeah.
Better yet, sometimes it's just like, I've done enough Black Widow for this year. I'm taking a break.
Yeah, exactly.
She already fought with Disney once. She didn't need any more fights.
Did she really? Over what?
The same day release, that wasn't part of her contract, so she didn't get paid for any of the. Initially, she did not get paid for any of the premiere subscription purchases. So it did almost half as much. Let me get that right. Hold on. It did like 80 million or whatever in the theater opening weekend, and it did like almost the same amount opening weekend at home. Right. So basically 2x their number. And she only gets paid in her contract for the movie theater stuff. So that was a big like, hey, this was supposed to be theater only. You guys switched up. I get it, COVID, but fix me too. And so they took care of her eventually, but that took a loss.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, her thing was if the movie hit a certain amount in the theaters, she would have got a bonus.
Right.
For excelling, but she couldn't get that bonus because they did the same amount on Disney Plus, which is great that it sold that well on Disney Plus at that premium price. That's really good, but it cheated her. But they paid her. I mean, there's no way in the world where I saw Disney not paying her. She's been with the franchise for 10 years, a solid actress. She's been there for them, did everything they asked. They have to pay her money. They have to.
I agree.
And how could you expect that? When I know some people were like defending Disney, which I think is disgusting. So it's like they got plenty of money, but they were like, she should.
Disney, gee.
I know.
Every popular franchise they monopolize. I mean, The Simpsons, Star Wars, MCU, everything.
Right.
Like,
so they're not hurting.
They're not hurting.
Yeah. So, but people were defending them. They were like, "Well, it's not in her contract. That's her problem. She should have negotiated a better contract and fire her agent." I'm like, she could not know 10 years ago, jackass, that one, they were going to have a streaming service, and two, that they were going to have COVID, and three, that those two things were going to combine to double the money they made in the theater, but not pay. No, that's just whatever. It's absurd. So,
yeah.
People say some stupid stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm with
the
you
internet,
on
baby.
that, Charlie.
Yeah.
Man, I just realized I misspelled my name down there. I forgot.
You can fix it. Click the little gear
instead of Pearl.
If you hit the letter S, you should be able to change your name. Where's it at? Hold on. Oh, I was wrong. How did I change the name? I forgot.
I'll be here tonight. It's all good.
What's up, ear? It's a nice ear. You have 2 of them.
There you go. More than I do
Nice.
legs. So there you go.
Let's see.
Pretty.
That's looking awesome, man. Badass.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, Mike slays. We did a cover together. A pinup together with our 2 characters drinking. They're in a bar, obviously, and they're drinking booze. And they got beer sloshing out the mugs and everything. It was fun, dude. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Super
Watching
fun.
that come together.
Dude, Jeremy, what you got him in Spider Squirrel? How he looks? He looks. I mean, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at Jeremy Gordon. Like, he looks so good, man.
Oh, that has been so much fun, man. This second issue, there's a scene. It's so funny. So Janice is in the book too.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. She actually, you'll see her in this first issue, but briefly, she shows up in like just 1 page. But there's a scene. I'm not gonna spoil it because people haven't read the book yet. But there's a scene in issue 2 where there's some stuff going on, and Spider Squirrel's like, "What the heck are you doing?" And they're like, and it's probably the funniest page I've written yet, at least from my perspective. And I think it's great. But she's involved in that one too, and it's just I don't know. It's funny. These guys, I love these 2 characters together. So it works out great.
Nice.
Did you see the live stream where Jer and I ate
Pineapple pizza?
Yeah.
I did see that.
I don't know how you people like that stuff, man.
Oh, man. I love it, man.
Do you really?
Yeah.
It's a texture thing for me, like, and oh gosh, especially this time. So I get Benny's pizza, and I don't know if you've ever had Benny's, because they have Benny D'Amato's in Norfolk. They're all over in the East Coast. There's one in Charlotte, there's one in Raleigh, there's one in Chapel Hill, there's Norfolk, there's Blacksburg, there's one outside of I said Charlottesville is one in Charlottesville. They're all over, but so the pie is like, the slices, dude, it's like it's bigger than my skull. I can actually cover my face with a pie.
Wow.
With a slice of that pie, and it tastes good too. But Kyle, the owner, I got a funny story about that too. Kyle, the owner, when he did this for me, I asked him if it was okay if he'd set it up, and he's like, yeah, I'll order pineapple and everything. So he orders these big ass chunks of pineapple, like he wasn't playing, right? So I'm sitting there looking at this thing going, how do I eat this, man? Like, I'm gonna bite this and and the textures just hit me all wrong. And I'm sitting there going, the flavor was okay, but yeah, that texture, I can't get past it. I can't do it. y'all can have it. It's fine.
It's not my go-to, but I definitely, if I walked in, people have pizza and there's one there, I'll eat it. It's not bad. I like it. But you want my favorite pizza? It's kind of odd. I love onions on pizza. I don't know why. But man, it's so good.
Dude, I really don't eat onions so much of anything except for if it's diced on a burger, on a pizza, or in Philly steak, like a Philly cheesesteak. So that's about it. I don't really eat onions much else, so I'm with you. I like it on pizza just fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, onions and pepperoni, man. They're together. They're probably the best.
Pep's my go-to.
Chelsea or Blue Jackets?
Oh. That'd be cool.
Thomas,
Which version?
I saw the headline of an article. I didn't read it, though. I was just, passing through on social media. But, yeah, they were talking about bringing Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. And I mean, MCU Wolverine. I think he's one of the most popular characters in Marvel. So it's like, it seems like all these rights are everywhere. Sony has, the rights to Spider-Man, which is Marvel. Fox has the rights to, the X-Men, which is Marvel. Not
no more.
And Fantastic Four.
No, Disney.
Right, not anymore.
Yeah,
That's
the
right.
only thing Disney does not have is the full rights to Spider-Man. That is it.
That's right.
Oh, really? So
Yeah. They're doing all that stuff now. They're building up to the X-Men. They're doing the Fantastic Four. They got all their toys back except for Spider.
okay.
And for those that are going to be technical about it, they have partial rights on Hulk. They can do Hulk as long as they can do Hulk without including anybody, as long as Hulk is in someone else's movie. But the moment they try to do a Hulk solo movie, they have to pay Paramount. But they don't have to pay Paramount. Like when Hulk was in Thor, that was fine. When he's in Avengers, that's fine. That's all their money. That's why they haven't done another Hulk solo movie, because they don't want to pay Paramount.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, J-Man said Universal owns Hulk.
Okay. Yeah, it's just I don't understand all that stuff, all the rights.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but it's just like, oh, come on, just make us good movies,
Yeah.
Please the crowd.
People want to make their money. And, to be fair, Marvel, they sold those rights off back when they were bankrupt. So they were trying to make as much money as they could, right? So the mistake was, the kind of in perpetuity thing is kind of irritating.
Man, look at that. Dude, that looks awesome, man.
Dude. You got an 8-pack now. No.
We're gonna, all right,
Man, that is badass. Thank you so much, dude.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for the opportunity, man. Thank you for supporting Charlie.
Absolutely.
I got to get with him to get the posters together so we can get this over to you.
Sounds great, man. Thank you very much.
I think Charlie, once I get done sending off all this stuff, I'll have enough Geminis to send it. I just will need their addresses.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll work either way. So I'll send those addresses over to you, and we'll get the last one scheduled too. Dude, Earl, man, it's so good to see you again, brother.
Good to see you too, Charlie. Man. It's been way too long.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah, man. All right, so we got to coordinate like some kind of Spartan race schedule sometime next year. Me,
Absolutely.
you, JB, get the band back together.
Now the world is opening back up. Love that.
I'll bring the chains.
Find more random things on the ground to make and carry. Oh, nice.
Oh, dude. Hey, and if I go back on Ninja Warrior, because I think I'm going to try out again next year, I'll make sure you get tickets to come out and watch, man.
That'd be great.
Fun.
I was on there. I was on there. Spartan tried to do something Ninja Warrior like. It was a Spartan Ultimate Team Challenge.
Yep.
And I got an invite to be on season 2. And it was we were all military team, and it was 5 to a team. I feel like I thought I was a token amputee, and then they invited I have to say it, but then they invited my buddy Johnny Lopez also to be on the team, and he's
nice.
Yeah, and he's missing his arm, and it's funny we're teammates in OEW together, but it was pretty cool. Not like Ninja Warrior, it was more like working as a team, but it was that same atmosphere. I feel like it was it was a lot of fun.
Maggie's a good friend of ours, so Maggie Thorne.
Yeah.
And she was on the show, so I think she was in season 1. She might have been in season 2 also, but yeah, Maggie's a family friend, so we had ice cream party together at my house with the kids.
I'm really proud of that. Did you see him grabbing the logo, man?
I love that. J-Man pointed that out, and I was like, "That's so cool, dude."
J-Man, you're not.
I'll be right back, guys. I want to show you what I've been talking about this whole time.
All right, let's do it. I love that dude.
He's really cool, man.
I was tripping though when I was at Shamrock Fest. Now, granted, I was pretty well drunk too, but I was at Shamrock Fest, and Dropkick Murphys comes on stage, and towards the last part of their set, they bring Earl on stage, and I'm like, I looked at my wife, I said, "That's Earl." She goes, Earl? I was like, "Yeah, like Earl." It was so cool, man. Travis Pastrana got on stage too, because it was up in the old RFK Stadium for the Redskins.
Yeah.
Which is over in Lansdowne, Maryland. I think it's Lansdowne. Oh, there she is.
Wow.
Look at him
OG
chains,
right
man.
here. So anybody watching, discussing what we were talking about, this is what we were discussing here with Cindy and what she represents, and little elevator pitch of my program here. All those bad days we face, that's what Cindy represents. So when, maybe Charlie, you see on the course sometimes, you see people carrying this. Nobody's carrying it alone. So on those bad days, ladies and gentlemen, understand you don't have to carry this by ourselves. It's us to be vulnerable and reach out to those we can relate with, or whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's co-workers. The idea is don't carry that weight by ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. As human beings, we're supposed to carry it together, and that's what we're supposed to be doing, is looking out for one another. So awesome, guys. I really appreciate this. I had a blast with you all.
Dude, love you, man. Thank you so much, brother.
Pleasure to meet you, man. Thank you so much for your service, man. I think you're an all-star, man, a rock star, man. That's great. I love it.
Thank you so much. Hey, Mike, thank you so much.
Earl Granville. Hey, before we go, make sure you guys get out there. First off, go back to Emerald Quest Kickstarter if you haven't already, and you back mine especially because you get a special beer chugging pin-up that we were just talking about on fskgo.com. The other thing is please go check out OscarMike.org. It is in the chat. Mike can drop it up there again. And also go check out EnduringWarrior.org. Both of those charities Earl works with. They are both phenomenal charities for our veterans. And I can't do any more justice than what Earl's already done. He's got it, man. So I'm telling you guys, get out there, support these things. I know times are tough. Times are tough for everybody. If you got to scrimp, save, do something. If you can't donate or buy swag from one of those guys, see about donating time. See about if you can meet up at a race and help the veterans, and you can join the crew carrying a Cindy.
Absolutely.
So please, guys,
thank you so much. If you guys, and anybody out there, if you have any questions for me or just like what I discussed, hit me up, earlgranville.org. I'm a dork with my own website, but hit me up, man. We could chat, man. By all means, any questions at all. And guys, fight the good fight.
Thanks, brother.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I got Agents of the Nerdy tomorrow. Be very excited, people, because I'm excited. The trays have arrived. We're about to start shipping these M's. Oh, my goodness. And the hollow foils look great. FSK Day, December 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We're launching the official FSK website. It'll be fsknow.com, where you'll be able to get all the merch. You'll be able to get all our comics. Spider Squirrel has been added to the library. We'll be adding a new book from Fish Lee, but we're not announcing what that is yet. And,
I know. Oh, sorry.
And we have brand new, redone 5-star #1 coming to you from FSK. So lots of stuff.
Looks amazeballs.
Love everybody's support. Thank you so much for being out here, watching us, and hanging out with us tonight. And we will catch you guys on the next one.
I think that I should ask Mr. Watson.